good, everybody? It's Friday afternoon. You already know what it is. It's the vibe with Tatum and Jordan. I'm Tatum.
And I'm Jordan.
Because last week Jordan said my name, trying to be funny, so I want to make sure there's no games this time. We have before we get to that, this is the last show of the semester. Tier. But
Yeah.
you know, we got finals next week, and people got to pack and
Tatum's graduating.
praise God.
But he's still going to be here next semester.
Yeah, I'll be here, but
One more semester.
But next weekend, we celebrate. Anyways. But we got a special guest for our final show. We got Atlanta in the building, first and foremost. We have Lyric Rachae in the studio. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, well, thank you for having me.
For sure.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
of
you.
course.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah. So,
Let's jump right into it.
right. So tell us a little bit about who is Lyric.
Well, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, born and raised. I went to the CAB School of the Arts, and I studied a little bit of everything. I studied songwriting, vocals, dance, drama throughout high school, and really just got into performing deeply when I was in high school. My father is also a musician, and I grew up watching him perform and do shows and got to go into the studio with him, and so all of that kind of got passed on, I guess, to me, and I was just really inspired by his artistry and how music touched him, and so now here I am at Berklee College of Music studying songwriting and music business and venturing forth after these next 2 semesters into a full-on career as a performing artist.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
That's the best opening
Right?
response we've gotten
think that
in a
really-
minute. That
Well,
was
thank
just
you.
like,
No, really.
wow, that
People are just
pulled
like,
me
I'm
in.
like a singer, But that was really good. That was really good.
Thank you. Thank
Um,
you.
I know something I definitely admired about you being here at Berklee is your work ethic.
Oh, thank
So,
you.
of course. So maybe could you give people some advice to, how to build that structure and, keep
Oh,
going
wow.
with your work?
Man, I mean, to be honest, I think that my passion for music and performing is what really pushes my work ethic. I want it so bad, and I feel like once you find something that you want badly, there's literally nothing that will stop you. And there's moments where you do have to decide. You have to be like, am I gonna go and hang out with my friends? Everybody hears this, the whole like hang out with your friends, or am I gonna write, or am I gonna record, or whatever it may be. For me, I've never really been the party type anyway,
Yeah.
so
No, me neither.
it's kind of been a little bit easy. Also, like, I have the best mom. I know Mother's Day is coming up. Oh, and happy Cinco de Mayo for anyone celebrating out there.
Right.
Yeah.
I know Mother's Day is coming up next weekend, which is actually the day of my show at the Hard Rock, which we can talk about later. But
course.
my mom has been a huge inspiration to me. Her work ethic is unbelievable. She was basically a single mom growing up. She's an entrepreneur, does interior design, but like just watching her not only being a mom of my sister and I, but also doing her dreams and living them out and being successful has really inspired me more than anything else. Although she has nothing to do with music, she's very good with just business in general. But she has really, really inspired me, and I think that growing up under her just watch and under the household with her has really helped me while I was here at Berklee. Some of the same principles that she taught me, I was able to put into my work, and just put that same passion that she has for her dreams into my dreams and work for it. You know what I mean? I tell all of my friends that, especially the Berklee community is just the place where I kind of call it like the oven. You know what I mean? We're in here and we cook. It's not really the time to be social. I say your first year, be social. You know what I mean? And meet people and do all of that. But other than that, we are like in the oven. We are cooking so that when it's time to graduate and get out, we can get out and we can be successful with what we came to Berklee for.
Yeah.
So I think it's really just about, I always like to look far into the future, short-term, long-term goals, and just make sure that I'm on track, trying to reach them. I write them down, I pray about it, and continue on, and that kind of is what pushes me and
No, that's
keeps
great.
my work ethic up. So
No, that's great. You mentioned your mom being your inspiration.
Yes.
So I was just wondering, who are your musical inspirations?
oh, my musical inspiration.
I
It
know
can be
one of
dead
them.
or
I-
alive, either too.
I bet
can
you
think
can
of
guess.
one on
Okay,
the
tell me what you think.
I'll guess it later when
All
I
right.
play the next song.
Okay, so my number one musical inspiration is Janelle Monáe. I got to, my first time meeting her was actually, we shared the stage together back home when I was, I think, 13 years old. Big Boy, who kind of was one of the first people that put her onto the scene, did a ballet in Atlanta at the Fox Theater. And I auditioned as a dancer. And I was just dancing with Atlanta Ballet, 13 years old, really chubby, like fat cheeks and everything. And I see this girl hop on stage with the tutu on. She sung her debut single at the time, which was Sincerely Jane, and was like energy off the roof. I had never seen anyone perform like that. And I literally was like on the stage, like on the side of the stage in the wings, just like flipping my stuff because she was amazing. And I got to meet her, took a picture with her. She was shorter than me then, and so now she's probably really, really short. But I just love her energy. I love her brand, you know, and what she brings to the music industry. You know, she fights for something with her music, and and she's so inspirational. I love her. She's my main musical inspiration. Of course, I also love like Erykah Badu. I love Beyonce. I love Beyonce more so for her work ethic, you know, than I love her music too. But Beyonce's work ethic is someone who I really just like look up to and try to pattern. And yeah.
Those are all good.
That's a great list.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. During your answer for the first question, you talked about artistry.
Yeah.
And that's been a word that's been like ringing in my head, like specifically this semester with the combination of classes I've been taking.
That's real.
So, what is your personal definition of artistry?
My personal definition of artistry. I never really thought about that. I've always said who you are as an artist is who you are every single day. You know what I mean? It's not like for me, I don't just jump on the stage and I'm a whole new person, you know? You are feeding into your artistry by what you allow into your life on a day-to-day basis. You know, so that's why I'm always about positivity. I'm always about spreading love and spreading positive vibes and energy, because like if I walk around and I'm just like rude and mean to everybody and then try to jump on stage trying to inspire, people are gonna, no matter how much of a mask I put on, people are gonna see through it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
When you're in your prime, when you're recording, when you're playing your instrument, you are literally naked, you know, from inside out. So you can't hide anything no matter how hard you try. So your artistry is what you make it on a day-to-day basis, in my opinion. So just continue to feed that joint with positive things, you know, and nurture it.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
That's a great answer. I think that's a good place to take a quick break real quick.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're going to play some music for a little bit, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about a show that you have coming up.
Yes!
And listen, I'm going to just be a few details. This show's going to be ridiculous. Like,
I'm
the clips I see
excited.
I know.
is
they were
ridiculous.
really good.
But we're going to talk about that after I play some Janelle Monáe.
Do
Is that
it!
cool?
Do
I
it!
told you, I already knew who was on the front of your
Hey,
list.
come
All right,
on.
so listen to the vibe.
I love it.
All right, and we are back once again with Lyric Rachae live in the studio. Let's get right to it to talk about this show you have coming up on Mother's Day. Tell us a little bit about this show at the Hard Rock.
Okay, so I will be performing along with an amazing band, and a few of my girlfriends are going to be dancing behind me at the Hard Rock Cafe. It's a part of a competition that this company based in Canada called Landmark Events is putting on, and I came across it when I was scratching for gigs. I was literally online like, okay, where can I perform this year? And I came across it, and I applied, I put in an application, and they got back to me, and I'll be performing with, there's going to be like 15, I think, a total of 15 bands performing that day. But it is a competition, right? So the first round, it's going to be judged by people in the industry, such as like managers, booking agents, bloggers, publicists. Those are the type of people who are going to be in the building for the first round. You make it to the second round, which I'll be performing at another venue in Boston that I'm not sure of yet. And if I make it past that round, then I get to go to Canada and perform in front of some heavy hitters from like Warner Music and Universal Music Group. And I'll be able to perform in front of a crowd. They're saying like normally around 1,000 people are in the venue. It's mid-sized venues, but it's supposed to be really, really dope. I am excited. Of course, I have Josh Foster, who's my music director. I have Jeff Andy all together on guitar, Daniel Abraham on keys and key bass. And I have Tangela and Brianna, who are going to be dancing with me. I'm like really, really excited. We've put together, this is actually my first show put together. I'm talking like, we came up with the set, Josh and I, and then we started putting the arrangement behind it, you know. Since I'm reaching like the end of my career here at Berkeley, I was able to just experience so many different types of shows and work with so many different types of people, and now is the time for me to now apply that to my show, and this is where I'm starting. So I think it's a great foundation. Like, the guys that are playing with me are superstars, you know, in their own right. So I'm just excited to be able to share that light with everyone on the stage and get things going. So if you guys, anyone who's listening, want to come, you know, tickets are $14. You can go to my Instagram at @IamLyricRachae, and there's a link in the bio where you can get the tickets. Just follow that, and it should be very, very clear. Or you can meet up with your girl on campus, because I do have physical copies of the tickets left. But your last day to get them is going to be May 11th, which I think it should be next Thursday, because I have to get all the tickets in, and my set time depends on how many tickets I sell. Whoever sells the most tickets gets to go first. So, yeah, or gets to choose their set time first.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
First off, congratulations on getting chosen for this. Is like big time.
Oh yeah. You know, we're starting. We're trying to get things. I'm really just trying to set things up because, like I said, I'm almost done with Berkeley. I have 2 more semesters left, so I really just want to I love performing so much. So I've been trying to set things up so that when I'm done, I can go straight into that industry. Just be performing and a full 100% like on artist. So
For sure.
yeah.
I have a quick question. Like, when, of course, putting together a show is not a easy thing to do. What is your process? Do you go with like, is there like a set theme you try and like build around, or do you just like, oh, I want to do this song and this song, let's see how we can like put them and make them match together? How do you go about putting a show together? So
right now I've done a mix. I'm doing a mix of covers and original songs, and I have like a debut song called The Function that I'm going to be releasing early this summer. And I guess that is more of like the concept of my show. So the function in my song, my lyrics are, forget the funk that's in your life and find the groove to lose your mind. You know, it's just like, let go of all that negative energy and just have fun. You know what I mean? Like, life is short, live it up and have fun. I love that song because I get to rock out, do a lot of head banging and hair flipping and stuff like that. But with that, I kind of choose my other songs to go along with that theme. I also like to do covers of artists that I admire. So, of course, you already know I'm going to be doing some Janelle Monáe. You know I'm going to be doing some Beyonce. And I'm going to be doing some No Doubt. If y'all know, that's the band that Gwen Stefani was originally in before she was just Gwen Stefani. And, the rest are going to be all original music, and I'm excited to share it. I'm going to be sharing some songs for the first time, actually. Sugar Rush. Okay. So, yeah. For sure.
With you talking about originals, do you primarily write most of your songs? Do you work with a songwriter? How does that process go?
So with the songs that I'm going to be performing at Hard Rock, I started writing them by myself. I have my brother, who's also from Atlanta, Georgia, Isaiah Hill, who co-produced all of the music with me. We normally start the initial collaborations together. And then I have a few writers that I like to hit up. Javia Minor, I don't know if you guys know. I've talked to her about some things. And there's another guy named Eitan Nicholson, who also is a fantastic writer. He's done jingles and did I think like an anthem for Boston or something like that a couple of years ago. And I go through him and just get like a second wind and a third wind, you know, just the whole editing process. And
awesome.
I've seen the clips on Instagram, and everybody needs to come out.
The show looks crazy.
I'm excited. We have our final dress rehearsal on Tuesday, and we're gonna just literally be running the show full out as if it's actually show day. And I think that's when I'm gonna get a really good vibe of just how everything is gonna be. But all the rehearsals have been going amazing. The guys just make it so fun and easy. Their spirits, y'all, are just amazing. So I'm excited.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great stuff. There's always one question that we ask our guest artists that we bring into the show. I'm gonna take it a step further for you, because I know what one of the answers will be. But if you it's nothing crazy. You don't have to start sweating or nothing. If you could pick, I'll say up to 5 artists in no particular order, whether they are still with us or not, to share the stage with or perform or write a song or anything of that nature with, who would those 5 artists be besides Janelle Monáe?
Because you already know she would be the first to share the stage with.
Share the stage, write a song,
Or work
record a
with,
song, anything of that.
Anything.
Yeah. No particular order.
Well, I also love Bruno Mars. So, and I love him not just as a performer, but as a writer. I actually had, when I was probably like 16 years old, I had a whole like bulletin board with sticky notes all around it of everyone that I wanted to collaborate with. And it stretched from people like Stevie Wonder to Justin Bieber, you know, and not even as like performing, but like writing for. Like I'd love to write a song for Justin Bieber or do things like that. But I'm trying to think, like, definitely Bruno Mars would be one of them. I'd want to sit down with Marvin Gaye because I grew up listening to a lot of Marvin Gaye with my father. See, my father is a straight like R&B, like to the core. He is the true R&B from like back in the day, Marvin Gaye, Isley Brothers time, you know. So I'd love to just sit down with him and more so just talk about life as opposed to music and get just his standpoint on it and perspective.
Yeah.
So that's 2. I have 3 more. Let me think. I know I mentioned liking Beyonce for her work ethic, so of course I would want to. I've always said I'd love to just like shadow her for like a month, you know, and just be like, see how she thinks about things because as you know, she is very involved with everything that she does. It's not just singing, you know, and performing. She's involved with the lighting and she's involved with branding, marketing, all of that stuff. So I love to be involved with things like that as well. So I would love to just like shadow her and see how she comes up with things and stuff like that. Other artists, India Arie, I also grew up listening to her. I got a chance to actually meet her because my aunt did her braiding her hair for a while, so I was able to talk to her a little bit, but I'd love to sit down with her and talk to her again about staying true. As we know, like India Arie stays true to herself, and so does Janelle Monáe. That's why I love her, but they're also underrated, you know what I mean? Sure. Because of the fact that they stay true. And I'm all about that. Staying true to your artistry, staying true to yourself, you know, but taking it the extra mile, you know, without pushing your limits. So, in a negative way, that is. So, I'd love to sit down with India and just talk to her about maybe some of her struggles to learn from, you know, and be like, okay, I see, wow, you know, because you can always learn from just listening to people.
Absolutely.
And lastly,
I love giving people this question because it really makes them...
I mean, you're going to have a lot of silence on the air while you people are thinking.
Right. Just thinking.
No. Maybe someone like James Brown. And that's just like all across the board. I mean, we all know James Brown is kind of like, he's that artist that everyone has pulled a little bit from.
Absolutely.
So I don't even know where I would start if I was able to sit down with James Brown. And goodness, I don't know. But I feel like that. And I'd want to sit down with him like as he's older. Obviously, he was older, or he would have been at the time. So I'd want to sit down with him and get some of that older knowledge, the wisdom of being like just all of that. So
for sure.
Those are good.
That's a great list.
That's a great question.
That is a great list.
I'm gonna put that in my little list of questions to have a better answer next time.
That was a great answer. That was perfect. And you improvised it. So honestly, it doesn't get much better than that. That's awesome. Once again, that's Lyric Rachae, guys. That's
awesome. Plug your social media too again.
Yes,
so people know what to follow.
Yes, so please check me out on Instagram at I am Lyric Rachae. Now you spell that I am and then Lyric Lyric Rachae Rachae, and you can also find me on basically any other social media platform with that name. So that's Facebook, YouTube, all of that stuff. And stay tuned because I'll be releasing some new music this summer and I'll be announcing some really exciting shows. I have some cool things lined up that I'm not gonna discuss yet, but if you follow me, you'll find out. You'll be the first to know. So cool.
Great.
Thank y'all so
Awesome.
much for
Thank you
having
for
me. I
Thank
really,
you for
really
coming.
appreciate
This has
it.
been awesome,
No.
especially to like end off the semester on such a
Yeah.
positive note.
Oh,
Thank
the
you so
pleasure
much
is
for coming
all
through.
mine. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and we'll be sure to put your social media stuff on the Vibe Facebook page
Please,
for those
yeah.
of you who just want to be able to get to a link and click it and follow it
Boom.
and all that good stuff. Once
Right
again,
there.
Lyric Rachae, thanks again for coming in.
Thank you
Thank
guys.
you.
Enjoy your weekend.
For sure. We still got